Now, the story that caught my eye this week, it goes back actually right to the very start of the week. It was during the Platinum celebrations, Jubilee celebrations. And if you recall, National Treasure, Len Goodman, was on the BBC coverage, and they were talking about curry and curry powder. And he said on the BBC coverage, live coverage, he said, my grandma used to call that stuff foreign muck, right? Which I thought was a statement of obvious fact, because I suspect lots of people of that generation, that's what they did call it. I'm pretty sure my grandma used to call it exactly
yeah,
the same.
my grandma didn't get much further than egg and chips and peas, so that...
Exactly. I'm pretty
sure. My favourite meal still.
Yeah. But the extraordinary thing about this story, from my view, was that the BBC felt the need later on in the day to apologise for Len Goodman's comments in case anybody was offended by them. And I thought to myself, how can it have come to the state? I will probably find that GBNews apologised for me mentioning it now, but I very much hope not. But how can we get to the point where the people like the BBC have to apologise for Len Goodman stating a fact, not an opinion, a fact, which probably sums up what lots of people of that generation. And I just thought, this country's gone mad if that's the state we've got ourselves into.
Well,
what do you make
of it? Well, the BBC has certainly gone mad. Whether the whole country has gone mad. I suppose the thing was that any criticism of anything sort of foreign now is somehow racist or xenophobic, when actually people probably didn't mean that at all. I'm sure Len Goodman's, family and grand or whatever didn't mean that. It was just an idea that we were very traditionalist, perhaps a little bit cautious in how we ate in the past. We boiled our vegetables to death, didn't we?
Exactly, still do. Doesn't it show how much we've moved on when now, isn't it something like the dish most ordered in the UK is something like a chicken biryani or something? Doesn't it show how that integration, that moving on, or what have you? But all that time ago, and he's no spring chick as Len, so his grandmother said it, you know what I mean? It was quite a long time ago. So this is what was said, and as we believe in free speech, you can laugh at some of these things. Who'd have believed it, how things have moved on. But if you can't even have that discussion and can't talk historically in somebody's lifetime, I just think that's a big clamping down of free speech.
I just hope Len Goodman isn't cast out into broadcast in Siberia because he said that. But it wouldn't surprise me if the BBC now banished him from the airways, so I hope that doesn't happen.
You'll have to have him on here.
Absolutely, we'd be delighted to. We'd be delighted to.
I think it's a general thing in our culture now, which I find most disappointing, really, is there is a lack of charity and generosity to people when... I don't think that's a controversial statement, but even when someone makes something controversial, people assume there's a worse possible motive behind it, rather than just saying something like, what did you mean exactly about that, if you're not sure?
Or allow them to finish a sentence, which could actually mean, bloomin' heck, haven't we come a long way? Oh, I can't believe she said that. But you never get to that final point, which then takes it out of context.
The biggest growth industry in the British economy at the moment is the offence industry.
Yes.
They just love taking offence.
Absolutely. Usually on somebody else's behalf.